guys.
Hi, guys.
So Pri and I decided to sit down and chat infertility with you guys again. We came up with a list that we think can help a lot of people out there. 5 thoughts or ideas here, 5 points.
Tips.
5 tips, I could not think of the word. 5 tips to help you keep your sanity while you're undergoing infertility treatment, because it's a long road. We needed a lot of help along the way, and hopefully, these are some thoughts that might help you on your journey.
Yeah, so if you don't have a base to actually keep yourself sane through the infertility process, in our case, it has been 4 years that we've been going through it.
Seriously.
So it's a long time. These 4 years actually gave us a lot of experience to collect these tips and tricks.
We're experts now.
Yeah, we are kind of experts, and these are five things that help us to cope with infertility.
Cope, and then just to process everything, because there's so much coming at you during this process.
Yeah, so I wrote them down on my phone, and the very first tip is to allow yourself to feel your emotions during infertility. As we know, when we go through infertility, month after month after month, there are a lot of ups and downs in that journey.
A lot of highs, a lot of lows.
A lot of highs, a lot of lows, and your emotions go all over the place. There's also a lot of hormones that are included in the mix, because you have your natural hormones, especially as a woman. Plus, you have to deal with, artificial hormones that you're taking. I mean, whether it is via injection or via pill, or however, you're doing, or even progesterone or anything that in that case that, kind of influence your balance, your internal balance, and that creates emotions. And sometimes you're sad, at the same time you're happy, and you're angry, and it's so complicated.
And it's okay to feel however it is that you're feeling. That's the real trick here. It's okay
to feel it.
Some days you're going to feel so up, and some days, for whatever reason, whether it's medication or just that want, that need inside of you to get to the end of this process, you're going to feel so low, and it's just okay. It sounds almost funny to say, but you have to learn to accept how it is that you're feeling, and how it is that your partner's feeling, and then of course be the best partner you can be along the way to help your partner to be and to feel supported, and to help them find that middle place.
Agreed. And that is, and if you need to cry, you cry as much as you can. If you want to watch a funny movie, you do it. And if you want to be angry, do it without feeling guilty. Obviously, afterwards, when you're feeling yourself again, go and apologize to your partner if that's the need.
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven. So our first tip is to allow yourself to feel whatever emotions it is that you're feeling.
Yeah. Tip number 2, guys, is to make time for yourselves. Find time to go out on dates, and allow this to be time that you're not talking about infertility.
Yes.
Infertility, it can become
overwhelming.
an overwhelming, all-consuming conversation.
Yeah.
And you just have to learn when is the right time to deal with these sorts of issues, and when you have to just find some time to be yourselves as a couple.
Yeah. So go out on dates and try to make the infertility topic off of the table and not talk about it. So talk about other things that you enjoy. You love sports. I love sports.
I love the Packers.
You love the Packers. I love to talk about other things such as TV shows and fun things, movies.
Yeah, go to movies. 2 perfect hours of distraction that you can't be talking anyway. Stay off the phone too.
Yeah, if you're able to also, go on trips. Ryan and I are right now in the middle of our anniversary trip. It is our 2-week wait at the moment, and we are sure not to be thinking about our 2-week wait for sure.
Yeah, so find ways to distract yourselves. Learn when it's okay to have that conversation, and when not. Make the time to have that conversation, but then once you've had it,
off the table.
Yeah, go have some couples time.
Tip number 3, guys, is to make sure that your finances are in order. I think this is something that you and I learned from our mistakes.
Yeah, the hard way we learned.
The hard way, yeah.
This is no inexpensive endeavor.
Yeah, in the beginning of our journey, we didn't really do a research in our insurance policy, and unfortunately, we learned that our old insurance policy in the US didn't cover everything actually.
Yeah, if we had been smart at the time, we would have switched over to my company's insurance, which would have done a much better job of covering our infertility needs at the time.
Yeah.
We didn't. We learned the hard way, and now we're here to talk about it, and it's important also to just, assess to the best of your abilities what sort of costs, what sort of expenditures you're going to be looking at, what's not covered by your insurance. Do the very best you can to save. It's great life advice anyway here. Save, save, save. We've done our best too.
We did.
Everyone's financial circumstances are different.
Yes.
We've done the very best we could, especially over the last couple of years, as we really have tried to learn from our mistakes. We realized that there was a lot of treatment coming for us, so we did our best to just focus our energies on saving. We simplified our lives. We cut the cord. We got rid of these little superfluous things that were draining our resources, essentially.
Right.
And we decided
in cheap supermarkets.
Absolutely. Yeah, we stopped going to Trader Joe's in Chicago.
Yeah.
We started going to Aldi instead. It was the smart thing to do, and it really helped us, and it positioned us to be able to now that we're here in Brazil, take the very best advantage of our treatment options. If we were still back in the States, we would have thought about it exactly the same way. We'd be much better positioned, I think, to pursue treatment there as well.
Absolutely.
So, save those pennies, guys. Save them away, because you just never know. And it'll help you. It'll help you in the long run. Point number 4, guys, is to cultivate your community. Have someone to talk to beyond just your spouse. This can mean someone to talk to, within your family, within your network of friends, or expand your network and do what we've done. Join this YouTube community so you have a group of friends that you can work with and talk to and share your feelings with online. It helps so much.
Yeah, there are tons of forums out there, blogs, and if you don't want to put yourself on YouTube, which we understand how hard it can be, because it took us a long time to feel so brave to do this.
To work up the courage to do this.
But it's something that we've learned in this last year that, it was essential for our infertility journey. We didn't have anyone to talk to. In the beginning of our journey, it was Ryan and I. My family knew what we're going through. So my sister and my mom, they were really good soundboards for me. And your sister as well. 3 people that actually knew. But our friends really didn't know the extent of the emotional roller coaster that we were on at the time. So if we only knew better and we could, cultivate an outside community like we are now, we would have had an easier time.
And I'll just say also, from a guy's perspective, it really helped us to find, I think, the balance once Priscilla had a little bit more of an outlet as well, because there was a time that I was the primary sounding board, and I was glad to be so, but I think that I started to feel very overwhelmed being the constant ear, and it just, this sort of ties back into make sure that when is the right time to have the conversations and when not. I felt very overwhelmed by it, because every time that we were talking about this, and I think you having someone else to talk to, and then us learning how to have conversations together about this, it helped a lot, and it's helped us to find this balance in our relationship as we work through this together.
No question. The 5th and last tip is to do your research, no question, but know when to stop, because over-researching can cause a lot of anxiety, and I think we experience that a lot.
Definitely. Both of us can be over-researchers.
Oh, yes. And we love to have everything, to know everything about everything, because we live in a time, in the world that is very easy to Google anything you want, and it's, information is so accessible.
Yeah, the amount of time I spend reading product reviews before making the simplest of purchases, like before buying a new pack of pens, it's absolutely obscene. So just imagine how it works with infertility.
Right, we are big time researchers, Ryan and I. No question, we're constantly researching our best outcome for everything, and infertility is so overwhelming. It feels like you are a hypochondriac sometimes.
You have to know when to turn off the faucet here, because it becomes too much after a while, and it can leave you, I think, feeling like a hypochondriac. You spend too much time on WebMD, and you can convince yourself that you've got the
Something's
problem.
wrong, and I think that this over-researching can cause a lot of anxiety, at least it caused for us. Just for example, in this 2-week wait that we're going through right now, I was researching frantically my lining, if my lining was perfect for implantation, what does that mean to have, it's too thick, and what does that mean to have a bigger follicle? Does it still mean that I can get pregnant with my other follicles? And what about this level of hormones? And it's
overwhelming.
It's important to know everything, no question, because then you're informed and you can talk to your doctor and you understand where you are in your process. But I feel like at this point, we are in the 2-week wait. We did our best, the best we could with medication and with, our process. that there's nothing else that we can do right now. It's about, it's all about the universe and if it is our time, is our time. So
Exactly.
it got to the point that I need to stop the research because I need to keep calm and be relaxed, to benefit.
You of
this
course
time.
want to educate yourselves, but at the same time, you just have to know when to slow it down.
Yeah.
Your body, it's a miracle, capable of doing the most fantastic things, and I think the more we as humans learn to relax, the more our body can just step in and do the work for us.
No question.
So guys, these are our 5 tips. We hope they help you a lot.
Yes.
This is just some of the stuff that we've learned here going through 4+ years of infertility now. Helping you guys, it helps us. It's really the reason we started this channel. So we hope that you took something away from it. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a big thumbs up and leave a lovely comment down low and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys back again in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.